in a quaint village surrounded by lush green fields and tall mountains, there lived a curious boy named Leo. He was a bright-eyed dreamer, always bursting with questions about the world around him. The sun shone brightly on his village, and the laughter of children echoed through the streets. But despite the joy around him, Leo often found himself feeling a bit lonely. He wanted to learn about life, but he was so eager to share his thoughts and ideas that he sometimes forgot to listen to those around him. One sunny afternoon, Leo decided to visit the village elder, a wise woman named Granny Mae, who was known for her incredible stories and wise advice. He walked through the bustling market, where vendors called out to customers, trying to sell their colorful wares. Leo waved to his friends, but was too excited to stop and chat. Today, he had a plan. He wanted to ask Granny Mae about the secrets of life. As Leo reached Granny Mae's cozy cottage at the edge of the village, he knocked on the door. It creaked open, revealing the kind, wrinkled face of Granny Mae, who smiled warmly. "Why, hello there, Leo," she said, her eyes twinkling. "What brings you here today?" "Granny Mae, I want to know everything. Can you teach me the secrets of life?" Leo exclaimed, practically bouncing on his toes with anticipation. Granny Mae chuckled softly. "Well, come in, dear. There's always much to learn, but sometimes the best lessons come from listening." Leo nodded eagerly, thinking he knew a lot already. He followed her inside, where the walls were lined with books and colorful paintings. He wanted to ask her all sorts of questions, and he was determined to do most of the talking. As they sat down at a small table with a steaming pot of tea, Leo began to share his thoughts. "I have so many ideas about how to build a flying machine and explore the sky. I think if I put a big sail on it, it will soar like an eagle." He continued to speak about his dreams, his plans, and all the things he wanted to achieve. Granny Mae listened patiently, nodding along, her eyes sparkling with kindness. But instead of interrupting, she simply poured herself a cup of tea and took a sip, letting Leo talk. Minutes turned into an hour, and Leo didn't notice that Granny Mae had yet to share any of her wisdom. Finally, after what felt like ages, Leo paused for breath. Granny Mae looked at him, a gentle smile on her lips. "You have wonderful ideas, Leo, but sometimes the most valuable lessons come from listening. Would you like to hear a story?" Leo felt a twinge of disappointment. He had come to hear her wisdom, not to be told a story. But he nodded anyway, eager to learn. Granny Mae began, her voice soothing as she spoke of a time long ago when she was a young girl. "There was a great festival in our village, much like the one you have today. Everyone was excited, and I was filled with ideas about what I wanted to do and see. But I was too busy talking about my plans to listen to my friends." As she spoke, Leo listened intently, finding himself drawn into her tale. That day, an elderly traveler came to our village. He was wise and had traveled far and wide. Everyone gathered around him, eager to hear his stories, but I was too busy trying to impress my friends with my own thoughts to pay attention. Granny Mae's eyes grew distant as she remembered the moment. The traveler spoke of the beauty of the world and the lessons he had learned on his journey. But I missed it all because I was too focused on what I wanted to say. When I finally stopped talking and started listening, it was too late. The traveler had finished and moved on. Leo could feel the weight of Granny Mae's words. He imagined how he would have felt missing out on such wisdom. "What happened next?" he asked, intrigued. Granny Mae smiled wistfully. "Well, It took me many years to realize that the world has so much to offer if we take the time to listen. Over the years, I learned that everyone has a story, a lesson to share. I began to sit quietly and listen to others. The tales of the villagers, the laughter of children, the whispers of the wind, all became my teachers. From that day forward, Leo embraced the power of listening. He became not just a dreamer, but also a wise friend, always eager to hear the stories of those around him. And in doing so, he discovered that the world was filled with endless wonders, just waiting to be heard. Sweet dreams, young listener. May you always remember that the best insights often come from those around you, and that a listening heart is the key to understanding. Until next time.